like my mom would have sat me down because I know that I was seeking things in the streets when I was in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have that
like the guidance.
That guidance, yes. Because I think my outcomes or certain things I would have never done or dealt with if I had that one-on-one time. But then I can't always put that on my mom either. You know, I had a father too.
That is very true.
You know what I'm saying? I had a father too. But I think the terrible part about it is they come from a generation where therapy is not a thing.
Let's talk about it.
It's not a thing.
You thought of being crazy if you go to therapy.
Yes.
Like, what you like one of them crazy people?
Yes.
Like, what you going to therapy for?
Welcome back, guys. Hi, everybody. You guys all came back to episode 4 of
Did She Really Just Say That?
I am Alexis Love.
I'm Robin.
Royalty.
And
what up?
we are so happy that you all are here.
For sure.
So, Royalty, what in the world are we talking about today?
What we got going, girl?
Ooh, do y'all really want to know?
We ready.
I'm ready.
Is you
ready? I think I know I say this a lot. I know I say we about to get deep. We about to die. Oh,
it get deeper.
Yeah, no
we get
more.
deeper.
My bad.
Every episode.
That's what he said.
Oh,
okay.
We do that every episode.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Today we're serious.
This
is serious because we are talking about mental health.
Yes.
Right? Mental health.
Important.
Yeah,
a
that's
very
extremely
important topic. So, is it okay if we start with I love affirmations.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to.
We're going to start with an affirmation.
We can't start without it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Just real quick. I'll say it. You guys don't have to repeat it. But if you want to repeat it and write it down, please do so. Okay.
Or you can buy the affirmation.
Higher Ground Daily Affirmation.
Period.
Plug it.
Plug it in. Okay. Y'all
Here
remember
we
that
go.
commercial?
The singing has
All
started.
right. See,
Somebody
be
sign
serious.
her. Somebody
No,
sign her.
I'm not a singer. Do not sign me.
We're
No,
taking her to
please
karaoke
don't.
tonight.
And I won't sing.
Remember when you sang this? Never mind.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Okay,
Moving
anyway.
along.
To the affirmations.
Yes.
I am worthy of inner peace and fulfillment. It's just that easy. Inner peace and fulfillment.
I like that.
Fulfillment. Heavy on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
heavy on the fulfillment.
Speaking of that, though, what are your thoughts about therapy? Do you guys think that's something really important? Do you think it's really needed?
Yes. It is a complete sentence. Yes, I do.
Yes.
So
period.
I would say that again, I think a lot of our like conversations like kind of like flow. So
Yeah.
I would say again, seasons, right?
Yeah.
Some seasons you might not need therapy, but some
That is
seasons
true.
you might you do. But I have to say for myself right now in this season, therapy is very, very, very important for me because I can get in my own head sometimes and like the techniques that I learn in therapy brings me
Yes,
back.
Exactly. It helps you cope
What
with
type of
certain
techniques?
things.
So breathing is
Okay.
one thing. Just
Taking a second.
and
Yeah.
let go. Yeah, just breathe. You know, that helps. Mindfulness.
Okay.
You know, just you're in the moment. You know,
Yes.
what is that? You
That's
know, that's
hard.
the wall. That's a leaf. You know, something like that. Just being mindful of where you are in the present moment. Those techniques help. Journaling. Journaling helps out a lot. You know, again, Higher Ground Daily Affirmations. We have a section where you can journal. Another plug. So I would say those are the techniques that I've been learning in therapy and just talking it out with an unbiased opinion.
That part.
Is very helpful
That part.
because, you know, people who know you know your story and sometimes you might try to share things with them and they might just have certain opinions of you. And sometimes people try to think that you can't grow, like you can't change.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like you don't get that from your therapist. Like you really get someone who's just listening to you.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about like what do you think are some of the stigmas against therapy though? Like why do people avoid it? Why do you think people don't want to go? Like just completely uninterested when you bring it to their attention.
I think a lot of times in our households, and I mean like in the Black community where we grew up, it was what happens in this house stays in this house.
Always.
Right?
You
I
live by
think
that.
even if we didn't grow up together, you all have heard that. What happens in this house stays in this house. So I think it's that. And then I also think it's, we didn't grow up like our parents talking about going to therapy. You know, it's like
You
you don't
wasn't
need to
raised like
talk to
that.
someone else about what you're going through. And most of the times it was talk to God, you know? Which is nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with talking to God.
Absolutely.
But sometimes you need someone that's sitting there, maybe that you can visibly see and talk to you back.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because I
sometimes.
feel like in the Black community as well, like as a family, you guys don't talk. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
you guys.
Not
Us
as a whole.
She's not black.
She's not all the way black.
Us as a whole.
She said you guys don't talk.
But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Flowed.
In
Did
Black
y'all hear how it
families,
flowed? Yeah.
It
yeah.
worked.
yeah.
It just worked. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I agree. I agree. I think growing up, as y'all know, that, I grew up in a Christian household. So it was always talk to God. Talk to God.
Is that how
That's how it was presented.
Like that?
Talk to God, because there's nothing that God He can't fix. Like, bruh.
Come on now, come on.
But
dead,
it's true.
I'm
dead
No, that's
serious.
true. That's true.
I'm dead
That's
serious. Like,
God definitely is.
like it was. I mean, yes, I'm not saying don't pray.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
saying
saying
anything
don't
against
meditate. I'm not saying don't fast. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying there's certain things that I wish that, like, my mom would have sat me down, because I know that I was seeking things in the streets when I was in the streets.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have that
like the guidance.
that
at
guidance.
home.
Yes, because I think my outcomes or certain things I would have never done or dealt with if I had that one-on-one time. But then I can't always put that on my mom either. You know, I had a father too.
That is very true.
You know what I'm saying? I had a father too. But I think the terrible part about it is they come from a generation where therapy is not a
Let's
thing.
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
It's not a thing.
You thought of
about
being
it.
crazy if you go to therapy.
Yes.
Like, what you, like one of them crazy people?
Yes.
Like, what you going to therapy for?
And also, you got to remember they were brought up in different generations.
Yes.
Yes.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? We're all just being raised by trauma and just continuing to spread on the trauma instead of just sitting still, getting therapy, getting healed, and then raising a new family up with different upbringings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And not to try to take it too deep and too far back.
No, let's do it.
Let's do that.
Y'all rock me for a second. Okay, slavery, right? If you think about it, like during slave times, they weren't allowed to really be vocal and talk about things and discuss things. So do you think that comes from way back then?
Definitely.
Deeper than what we thought. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely see that. Because like, for example, like my grandfather on my father's side, man, I'm grateful for my grandfather because I'm here, you know, but my grandfather was terrible.
What do you mean?
He
like,
was terrible.
Elaborate.
Like, just, he didn't know how to be a father.
Yeah.
Right. And because he didn't know how to be a father, my father,
Exactly.
it was affected by
exactly.
it. And how I wanted to be parented, I guess I can say it like that.
Yeah, that's right.
How I wanted to be parented, my father wasn't able to do that because he didn't know.
He didn't learn how to be that
exactly.
person.
And then my father has had his own, mental issues that he didn't personally deal with. So being the father that I wanted him to be, he couldn't. He couldn't
because he wasn't taught that.
He wasn't taught
Right.
that.
Yeah.
He was. I will say this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I remember my 21st birthday. I had my party at Dave and Buster's on. It was in PA,
Columbus.
And I wanted my dad to come. Like, my friends from work was there. Some of my old high school friends was there. But I was so excited because my dad was going to show up. And, sometimes that's all a girl really wants. She just wants her dad there. And my dad came. He was working. My dad is a working man. That man will work. My dad came, and I was just so excited to see him. Like, I didn't want nothing else but for him to be there, play me in some basketball, let me whoop your ass, okay? You know what I mean? And some air hockey. That, like, you know what I mean? But my dad came in there. He was like, he gave me a kiss. He said, "Happy birthday," and he put $300 on the table. And I was like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "Happy birthday, baby," and I was like, "Thank you." All right, Dad. Well, we getting ready to go play games, and he was like, "Oh, I wasn't staying."
Ooh,
and
so
I
that's
was
like
just
a
like,
first heartbreak right there.
And I was like, "What do you mean?" Like,
It's my birthday.
I think in my dad's eye, parenting was being able to provide.
Different definition.
But that's men. I think that's when it comes to a father.
And I didn't want
period.
that. I mean, I'm grateful for the $300. But I didn't want that. I wanted to spend time with my dad. Like, I wanted I didn't realize or didn't know my dad until I was well in my 30s.
Wow. That's
you know what I mean?
Serious.
That's my father.
Especially
like
when they're present in your life.
Yeah, I look just like the man.
What age is Will in 30s? Is that how old you are right now? I'm just asking.
Why is that relevant?
I'm just asking.
Age. Okay, you're right. All right, my bad.
We have a big age right now. That's all that matters.
Because I know your age, and you're like, well in kind of means,
well,
you know.
But I think 30? Maybe she means now you have a better relationship.
Yeah,
like you have the relationship you've been looking for.
Yeah, like now, now my father calls me when I want, like I could just randomly be thinking about it, and my dad will call me, or he'll send me a text message. Yeah. But that's after me having a conversation with him.
That's what I was going to ask.
Like, Dad, you.
And how many conversations did you have to get here?
It was a few.
But I'm thankful for you that he actually got there, because you have some parents that don't get there.
That's
right?
True.
You can have that conversation over and over again, and they just be like,
I hold him accountable.
Okay, good.
At this point, I hold him accountable.
But you held him accountable, and he made the changes and the adjustments in order to have a better relationship.
Because I told him, I said, "You're my dad. I'm not. I'm only here because of you. So because I'm here because of you, everything you have to stop.
Yeah."
And take care of me.
Absolutely.
And I need you to take care of me. So what I need for you to do is A, B, and C. After I had that conversation, he was like, you know what? You're right. Like,
it makes sense. It clicked for him.
It did. Like, even for my wedding, he was thinking about not walking me down the aisle.
That's not an option.
And I was like, why did you ever think that was a thing?
Right.
Because he felt like guilty that he wasn't present. Like,
no,
he probably just didn't even understand that was a role for him.
Yeah,
you know?
And I was like, the devil is a liar. You gonna walk me and because he walked me down the aisle. When I tell you, our relationship has flourished.
Well into your 30s.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm just saying.
Well into your 30s.
I'm reiterating what you said. Well into your 30s. But with that being said, a lot of what happens in our household plays a role in our mental health.
Facts.
Whether your mental health is great or whether your mental health is terrible.
Facts.
Like that plays a very important role.
But you also have the choice. That's the big thing of like determining what direction that's going to go in.
You can
what
let
type
it
of person you want to be.
Not,
exactly.
Right?
You know, what type of changes you need to make in your life to be better. Or, going forward, if you like, for your husband or something, he could be a different father than what he was brought up as.
Definitely,
something like that.
Definitely.
So,
I think it all is communication and being vulnerable. I think we talked about that.
People have to learn to communicate, learn how.
Yeah.
If you wasn't raised on that with your family, how would you know?
But even in that instance, communicate that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a good communicator, but I see that that's where you want me to be, and I'm willing to do that for you. So what do I need to do?
Yeah.
Like, help me.
And
help
that's
you.
why I think therapy is so important.
Because
some people don't even know how to identify that in themselves.
Okay.
Or people don't even want to bring up their flaws.
You feeling like a therapist right now with the card in your hand, and you giving me the head.
I did want to go to school for that. I might have some
another
purpose.
I can honestly see you doing that. I could see you doing that.
No, but seriously though, I think therapy is very important. I think it's a part of the healing process. I do believe that even if you feel you're okay, everyone should go to therapy.
Facts.
Because you might have some things that you have trauma about that you don't even know is in there. You got to dig it out. You got to start from the beginning of where you were and where you are now.
Facts. I actually did a little research on like mental health for in the Black community. Okay. And it said, according to the data that I found, it says the average percentage of Black people seeking therapy is around 25%,
oh my gosh.
which is significantly lower than percentage of white people who seek therapy, which is usually around 40%.
That's a big difference.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I think we definitely have to do better as a community, as a culture. I think we have to make it a priority. To better our relationships.
Definitely.
Better our families. Especially if you have kids. We cannot pass that on of what we were brought up. Yes, please do. Please do. Therapy helps. Like, you got to start there. I definitely believe in if my family is no therapy, and I really want to heal, right? Where do I go? Where do I start? Where do I start identifying that maybe it's something wrong with not necessarily with me, but my mental. The problem?
Like what's going on with me?
First, you need to seek God. That's number one. Start there, build that relationship with God, and you'll start to unwind things about yourself. You'll start to learn things about yourself. And then from there, seeking the therapist, like really taking it serious and doing things for your mental health that brings you peace, that brings you happiness, and removing all of the nonsense around it. Yeah. That is really key, because we are sitting in toxic situations that we may not even be noticing. We need to release those negative relationships that's around us. So really just cleaning house, cleaning your spirit, cleaning your soul, So
yeah, that's good. And I'm proud of you, because I can think just hearing you say God, I can remember a few years ago when that would never come out of your mouth.
Never.
You would never be like, seek God first.
Never.
So I'm very proud. You are. Oh my gosh. And healing.
I am.
That's it. I think that's sexy. I think that's attractive. I think that's beautiful. Okay. Like a person, not so much just a woman, just a person knowing who they are and where they are and how they fit into this life we call,
this thing we call life.
This thing we call life. Yeah. Basically,
and being real with yourself.
And being that's the ticket.
Because that's hard.
That's the
hard.
ticket.
It is. We are our own competition at the end of the day.
Facts.
So really speaking the truth to yourself. You don't want to hear it, you really don't want to face it.
I mean, like they say, the truth hurts. It really does. It does. If it's the honest truth.
Coming from yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So what type of mental challenges have you all dealt with?
I feel like just life in general. Life beats you up, but you have to choose peace and you have to choose happiness. I went through different phases of depression. I would say most recently, because I probably went through a lot of depression in my life, but wasn't able to identify it at that time because I didn't know what I was doing. But now I realize, like, okay, this is what I'm dealing with and what I need to get out of this situation. But I think really a lot of it stemmed from relationships with friends and with, spouses. And that's a lot. It takes a lot on you. It takes a toll on yourself. Losing myself in relationships or just situations. And one of my biggest things, which is crazy, is like the whole time even though I love Texas, but the whole time I was in Texas, I'm real big on like just feeling good about myself. And that for me, that is like having my hair done, having my nails done, lashes, like I'm feeling good. I'm feeling on point. Right. I've had a huge problem with like finding hairstylists in Texas.
Really?
Getting my hair, it's been bad.
But
what's crazy?
She'll send me a message and I'm like,
real.
What?
No, for real. It's crazy. Like I've been scammed. Like I've just had so many different issues. And like, it may sound so little, but it's like, that's a reflection of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here walking around looking crazy. I'm not feeling confident in myself no more because I look wild. You know what I'm saying? I want to get my hair done. So it's just been a lot. Yeah, it affected me definitely, like spiritually, because I was like, this is not me. I'm not me no more. Yeah. I'm losing myself. I'm drowning. Then it was like just being away from like my family, because it's what I thought I needed. But then it's like losing friendships and losing, like not being with your family at that same time. It was just a lot for one person to take in. So it was just, it was deep.
And when you experienced the depression, like what, like did you go through like physically with that?
I would say like, just really like the relationship side was beating me down, questioning myself, was I enough? Like, why is this happening to me? What am I doing wrong? Losing myself, like gaining weight. I definitely did that big time. And then it was like my hair situation. I didn't look my best. I looked like I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? And that just brought me down. I felt defeated. And I didn't know how to get out of it. Like I wasn't able to pull myself out. I just wanted to be in bed all the time. Like I was bedrotten. I just wasn't.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I wasn't like I wasn't pouring into myself no more. So it was a good period of time, like a couple of years that I dealt with that.
Just off and on days.
Yeah, and I'm the type of person that like I don't really tell people that I'm going through that, because I'm like, I guess I'm really a strong person.
Friend.
Yeah, exactly.
What they say, check on your strong friends.
Girl, okay, I needed some friends at that time, okay?
So while you was going through the depression, you were like by yourself?
Essentially, yeah, because I wasn't telling nobody that I was dealing with it, and the only person that I had to talk to at that time was part of the person that was putting me in the depression. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So it was just hard for me. I didn't really have no outlet, I felt like, and when I wanted to like lean on my family, it's like they weren't there. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Texas, not physically.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it because
I was in, and I decided to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I did that to myself. Absolutely.
And what was the reason why you didn't share? Was it you didn't want to be judged?
No, I don't think it was that. I think it was more so just like, I don't know. I really can't even say. Like, maybe just not wanting everybody in my business.
Maybe I think it's because you, like you said, you're the strong one, and you didn't want to be perceived as weak. Maybe so you didn't share.
Not even that. I really just think that it was just like, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get myself out of the situation, and I didn't think anyone could help but me and God. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, I could pour all this on you, but it's like, what is that doing for me? You know what I'm saying? Now I see, okay, that's a listening ear. That's therapy for me. Me speaking it out would have been good. But at the time, I didn't see it that way. I just seen it as like, they're not able to help me. They're not physically here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No.
What I really needed, though, and I did voice this a couple of times, but I really needed them there for me. I needed them to come out and pull me out of this. Like, let's go party. Let's go turn up for a little bit because I'm in a funk. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nobody out here. It's just me. I'm just out here solo. And that's how I felt. I felt very alone. It was bad. That's part of the reason for sure. Like, I had to close the chapter of Houston. And that's how I ended up in Dallas. Like, Houston was a lot for me. It ran
How
me
long
through
were
the
you
ringer.
in Houston?
I was there for 3 years.
I'm gonna say for a while. You was there for a while.
Yeah, I was there for 3 years. It was good to me. I mean, I can't even say that honestly. Like, I feel like I learned from it. I grew a lot because of Houston, so I can never regret that decision. And I'm who I am now because of Houston.
You know, that's interesting that you say that, because sometimes we associate places with what we've been through, and because of that reason, like, we'll have a negative connotation about it. But you like Texas, like, you keep repping Texas. Like, when I was married and I lived in San Antonio, I went through a bad time in San Antonio. So for that reason, that's probably why I don't really like Texas. And it has nothing to do with the state itself, but my experience in the state, right? So now, like, they'd be like, San Antonio.
Well, we talked about we're choosing to feel that way. You know, we got a decision that we can make, and we could change the outlook on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, Houston did me dirty a little bit, but I still have a special spot in my heart for Houston. And, you know, honestly, some days I kind of miss it.
So hold on. I got a question though. So going through a level of depression and being in a state where you're not with your family, or you know, you're losing friends and things like that. Like, how did you pull yourself out of that?
God, honestly, I started my journey of seeking God, and I started therapy.
Okay.
And really just remembering who I was.
What made you seek God? Was it someone talking to you about it and it finally clicked?
No, it was just my time. You know what I'm saying? Remember,
so you finally got the revelation on your own.
Remember, I was telling y'all, like, you know, I could try to pull you on this journey walking with God, but if it's not your time, it's not your time.
Yeah,
it was true. My time to walk with God, and now I'm here because of that, you know?
Yeah.
I was able to pull myself out of that.
No, that makes
I'm not
sense.
even going to say myself, because God pulled me out of that.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes.
That makes sense. I mean, that's great, because I mean, being in a depressive state can cause a lot of like things like anxiety. Yeah. It can cause you know, crazy thoughts. And it could do a lot. Yeah,
and I feel like I just hate that I went through it, because I've wasted years of my life. I'm not going to get back. Though.
No, I don't. No. I don't think I don't see it that way. I think that going through the depression, yes, I'm not wishing that on anybody. I think going through depression, for you, not for anybody else, but for you, was that next chapter getting started, right?
Yes,
so like, soon as you went through it, like you like a rose through a concrete. Yes. You know what I mean? Like,
that is so
you're
true.
flourishing now.
That is so true.
And you're more at peace. That self-worth is you can identify it now. It's a different, your mind is completely different.
It's so crazy. That is so true. Like, I started out a completely different person years ago. Like, when I moved to Houston, I really, like I told y'all, that was in the middle of my wild phase. So I was like in the streets partying, just turning up, living my best life. I was living with my best friend at the time. So we was just doing anything we wanted to do. And then it's just like, from there, I just started to evolve over the years, you know, and just becoming like more elevated and just more mature, just really understanding who I am. But it was through a relationship as well that, like, I brought myself out of it, because that relationship put me through some stuff that it was like, I gotta dig myself out of this, you know? It humbled me real quick.
So when you were going through, I guess, a depressive state, like, were your friends like?
I didn't have no friends.
So you lost everybody.
I lost my friend. Yeah. So I didn't have no friends. It was just me and God. That was it. So I had to just paddle myself out of it, you know.
And that could be a scary time too.
It was. Because the thing about me is like I never been alone before. I always had somebody. Like I told y'all, I've been in relationships my entire life. So I always had a man or a friend was there. You know what I'm saying? So I never been by myself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now I'm walking soon into a phase where I'm like, you know, solo dolo is just me and God. And I think I need that. I think that's where I'm at. Like,
I love that for you.
yeah, thank you, sis.
That's good. What about you? God. What about you, Royalty?
Let's see. I feel like I went through depression at one point, going through like my divorce, and I kind of questioned God a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, because I got a prophecy that was my husband.
Okay.
So I was just kind of like, well, God, hello, why we getting a divorce? Why we going through this? But at the same time, we changed, right? He kind of went, like, he kind of really, like, went to the left. Like, he wasn't walking in Christ anymore. He wasn't reading his word or nothing like that.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of like, if he changed and he's not the man for you anymore, that doesn't mean that my prophecy wasn't fulfilled. That just means that he's not the man for you now.
Absolutely.
He was at one point, but right now he's not the man for you. Like, look what's going on. You think that this is what I want for you?
Never.
Like,
never.
you shouldn't want this for yourself either. But as humans, I wasn't thinking like that at the time because I'm in this situation. I'm going through this. I'm hurting and I'm crying and I'm trying not to cry now. But I remember this situation.
You just wanted to save your relationship.
I remember this situation when the boys, I was going through the divorce and they had to be like 5 and 7. And like, I didn't want them seeing me cry. So we had came from the home from the grocery store and I heard them outside my door talking to each other. And they were like, is she crying? And they was like, it sounds like she's crying. I don't know if she's crying. And then they was like, let's do something to make her happy. Like, I heard them saying this and I was like, all right, let me pull myself together. Let me get myself together. So I got myself together and I came out the room and they had put all the groceries up. And it was just something as little as that. And they were like, we just wanted to do something to make you happy. And I was like, oh, thanks, guys.
Like that did.
Yeah, and that like so really beautiful. Like changed everything because it was just like, you know, like my little boys, like they're young, like they don't know what's going on, but they're like, I just want mom to be happy.
Yeah, and you have to be.
And that really like, you know, that touched my heart. So, you know, like I went through like a little depressed state then, and then. Because
then, I don't mean to cut you off, but also in that moment too, right? You, like you said before, you guys were married young. And then it's like, oh my God, I got married and now I'm potentially getting ready to get a divorce.
Yeah.
Like, how scary was that?
I'm getting a divorce. I don't even know what to do as a single mom. You know, like so I'm about to be a single mom. This is this is a lot of stuff. I didn't want my mom to be like, I told you so. Like that type of thing. I was just like, oh, like I'm just dealing with all of this stuff mentally. And you know, now I'm just like, I don't even want to go to church no more. Because like I'm mad. And I literally stopped going to church for like a few years because I was mad. I was upset. But that didn't do me any good. So I went through that depressed state and then, you know, I was cool for a few years. And then now it's like, then there's a different chapter now. For like I'm getting older. My body's going through different things. I feel like I'm going through like perimenopause right now. If you know, you know, if you're that age. And like dealing with like anxiety. Dealing with like going through like a breakup now. So now it's like I was married. That didn't work out. And then I was in a relationship with my daughter's father and he passed away in a car accident. And then now I'm in this, you know, relationship and now that didn't work out. And I'm just like, it's back to questioning like, what am I doing? Like, what is it? Again, you like, what's wrong with me? Like, why do I keep picking these men that are emotionally unavailable? I can't even say the word because it don't make no sense to me. Because why are you like this? But why are you emotionally unavailable? So like, it was like that, you know, relationship not working out, causing me anxiety. And then my job was stressing me to the max, like real bad. So it's like dealing with anxiety. I'm feeling lightheaded and all this stuff. And I'm just like you said, you have to get to a place of healing, and it's like, this is not what I want for myself. What's the definition of insanity? To keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. I was like, I have to do something different. I have to. Like, so I'm not going to keep hopping from relationship to relationship thinking that that's going to heal me, when I'm just taking things from this relationship I didn't like, things I maybe like, pulling it into that relationship. That's not doing anything for me. No. So it's like I really had to go through like a transformation thing and heal, journaling, therapy. Like, it was a circle, like a team, people that I could call on, like, hey, sis, I'm feeling this way. Like, and I know she's not going to judge me. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm feeling crazy. My mind is racing. I can't stop, thinking about certain things. So you just have to have those people that you can call on, right?
That's
I had friends that knew that I was dealing with anxiety here in Charlotte. They came over one night. They cooked me dinner. Aww. Like, they just sat and chilled and talked to me. Shout out to Rindy, Tanya, and
shout out to Rindy,
that's sweet.
My girls.
Yes.
Like, just like a circle like that. My best friend, I could call her anytime, text her. I'd be like, hey, Tish, I'm just, I don't know what to do. But like, she's like my biggest cheerleader. Anything I'm doing, she's like, what's up? What we doing? I'm riding with you. What we doing? I'm cool. Like, she's never like judgy. Like, even if she doesn't like a man that I'm with, she'll voice that she doesn't like it, but then she'll just be like, all right, if you rocking, I'm rolling.
Exactly.
And then when it doesn't work out, she'll be like, all right, I got you. What we doing? Like, when I got divorced, we went to Puerto Rico.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
I love
went to Puerto
Rico.
Yeah, we went. I was like, I want to go away. I want to do something. She was like, well, where are we going? We went to Puerto Rico. We had a ball. Like, so yeah. So
and it's hard
like
to
that.
find those type of friendships and relationships. So that's a blessing.
So you just need one. But actually, I'm blessed with a few. Like I said, I got my sis. I got my friends here in Charlotte. I got my cousins that live here. So like I got
your little circle.
I got a little squad. Shout out to the squad.
But that's good,
I'm working on a squad. I'm working on something.
You got us.
I got you.
Remember our balcony experience?
The balcony.
We'll save that for the
but we should tell them about the balcony experience, because that was such a moment, like, for sisters.
I think we needed that.
Yeah, like for us as the sisters, I think that was extremely, extremely, extremely important. Yeah. So let me ask you. So I know we all talked about.
Crying.
It's okay. No, but I feel like you crying is.
Come on, let it out. Let it out.
It just shows like you really was going through something. Mm-hmm. Like, you really went through something.
This is I was 30 when I went through. I was about to tell my age.
Let's not do it.
Those who know my age, but anyway, almost a lot of years later.
Not
like it still makes me cry.
You are not that old, sis.
Well, look, into my what you say.
Are you crying because you're not healed from it all the way? Are you
that's
still
the
working
thing.
on that
like,
part?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I say that I'm over it and I'm over him. Obviously, I'm over him, because I would never ever split in the block there. Like, that's never gonna happen. Not saying anything bad about him, but he's just
love will never let it happen.
No, he's just not the one. God would never let that happen.
Okay,
but he's
I would shoot him.
Let me not say God.
Okay,
no, you can't say that. No, she would not shoot anyone.
No,
shoot you in your pinky toe. Y'all seen Harlem
maybe
Nights?
with a BB gun?
Yeah, or a blanks.
Yeah. Okay.
No blanks.
No.
All right. Anyway, she's not going to do that.
We don't condone violence.
Yeah, but what was you saying? Because she threw me all off.
I'm sorry.
I was just asking mainly, like, is it something still triggering? Like, are you not fully healed from that situation?
I'm working through that in therapy. I am.
Love that.
Because, like, again, I'm working on myself, so I need to know. Am I fully healed? And why do I feel like I need love so much? Like, love. Like, love yourself.
We all want love.
Like, does that mean I
want
don't love myself?
No, not at all.
I think
that don't mean I love myself.
As humans, as people, like, we need companionship. You know what I'm saying? We were not. I was about to say, we were not placed here to be alone.
That's right. Because
what does it say in Genesis? He made Adam. He realized that Adam was alone, and what did he do?
He made a helpmeet out of his rib.
So I mean. I don't think you wanting love is nothing wrong with that.
No.
I think that's beautiful. I think outside of what you went through, you still desire that.
You deserve it. You deserve it. You are such an amazing person.
Yeah, you give above and beyond.
That. Absolutely. And it's gonna come.
Yeah.
It's gonna come. Yeah. But it's gonna take for us to get through our healing so we could pick the right person, identify the man of God. Anyway,
okay.
Moving along.
I guess I'm the only one that caught that. Did she say us?
Moving along.
Okay, I have a question. So you said it earlier. You said that you talk to your sisters, you talk to your friends. Who do you talk to when you're like going through something. I mean, now that you've come out of everything.
You know my answer, what I'm about to say.
God.
Yes. Yes. Literally, I swear, like, because
I love it.
I don't know. I don't know why I do that. Like, now that I'm sitting in this moment, I'm really thinking, like, damn.
Because you can really call us.
Absolutely. But I don't.
And count
I don't
on
know
us.
why. I really can't identify the reason. I'm going to have to sit and think about I don't know.
Count on me.
It's not about judging because I know y'all would never do that.
No,
I know y'all would never do that.
Not at all.
But
we listen and we
I
don't
know
judge.
part of why Alexis love I don't tell is because
She
gonna
pop
hate
off
him.
queen.
She gonna hate him. And then I'm not fully healed yet. So I don't know
God
where
is not
I'm
through
at
with me
on
yet.
period. Okay. He's still working on me. And I don't know, like, okay, am I ready to walk away from the situation? Because when I go to Alexis Love, I got to be done.
Oh,
because if I'm not done, she gonna make me done.
But you know something you just said? You said because you are not healed yet. I think you need to give but you should give yourself grace of the progress that you have, right? And I think my therapist was telling me we forget to do that sometimes. Like we're always like, I haven't done this yet. I haven't arrived here yet, but you're not where you used to be either. And we definitely have to give ourselves credit for that. Shout out to my therapist.
No,
Shout out to the therapist.
We need to give ourselves flowers. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
because
therapist.
Shout out.
I was going to do the clicks, but it just not. It ain't working.
What's going on here? Not really sure.
All right, y'all. That's enough.
Yeah, life,
No, but that's good.
be life, man.
No, but
They do.
I think, Robin, no, I think, as your sister, I really do feel. All right, let me keep it a bean.
Here we go.
The whole
Y'all ready for this?
microphone check. Let's go.
I ain't ready for
Is
it.
this thing on?
The dramatics, y'all.
I ain't ready for
No,
it.
we waiting. Go ahead.
Let me
She
roll my sleeves
Let me
up,
roll my
'cause it's
sleeves
about
up
to get
too.
heated,
Let me roll my
okay?
sleeves up too. Look, we ready for this. We got our white on.
About to get heated.
Yeah. Hold up.
She got the
'cause
red
y'all
on.
didn't
She
even
got the
tell
red
me.
on. Hold on.
Y'all didn't even tell me that we was wearing white.
Yo, we got white. You got red.
Yeah. The dramatics.
We
it's
angelic and you.
it's giving-
Ooh,
Wow.
the blood of Jesus.
Yeah.
I
The
love
blood.
that.
The
I love
blood.
how you.
It's the
You see
blood.
how you did that?
Yeah, this
You
is
see how
the
you
Because she was
blood.
getting ready to go.
I was never.
Yeah.
I was
She was getting ready to
never.
go
She was about
never.
to.
Well, let me use the blood that God has given
Let him
me.
use ya.
Listen. So one thing I can appreciate is understanding
Let me sip my
you do have to talk to yourself, right? You do have to talk to God and get yourself together and situated. But I don't like the fact that you feel like you can't come, to me or to royalty or our big sis Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I don't like that. I don't like that you. I hate that you live so far.
Yeah.
I hate
We are
that you're
trying to
not.
get you to move here.
Every day.
I hate that.
You think it's country?
Yeah.
Ew. Charlotte gross. Ew.
Okay.
Y'all hear this? 704
The
980.
the podcast is done. Y'all have a great night.
Charlotte.
We are done. Okay.
Queen City.
Listen, but no, seriously.
Yeah.
Like I hate that I can't get to you. Because
I appreciate
I will
that.
say that I got a phone call from you. This was a while ago, and I knew you were going through something. And I had told Steph, I was like, I'm getting ready to go to Texas.
But why didn't you pull up?
Finances.
Okay.
Like,
I can respect that.
I got
I
other
can
things
respect
going
that.
on, you know what I'm saying, outside of life and stuff like that. And I just was like, I told Steph, I was like, Robin needs me.
I did.
I remember you
did.
saying that.
I was like,
remember
my
you
sister
talking about
needs
that.
me.
I did.
And the fact that I couldn't, it's about to make me cry.
No,
the fact that I
I'm
couldn't,
about to get emotional too.
because the fact that I couldn't get to you because I knew you needed me.
I'm about to go get some
I
tissue.
knew you needed me, and I hated it that I couldn't stop my life so I can go get my sister.
Yeah.
I hated that.
I would literally have moments where I'm like, I just wish like I would just open my eyes and my brother and my sisters would be here to surprise me. Like everything that went on, like any type of event, I was like, damn, are they gonna surprise me? Are they gonna pop up on me?
But
like
did you say
that's everything I wanted.
Did you voice that? Did you say that?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I do feel like I made that known.
She has made it known, and I know. Like for this year, your birthday this year.
Yeah.
We was like, we're definitely going to Texas.
We're definitely
going to Texas.
I'll be back. I can't say that.
We're definitely we're definitely going to Texas to surprise you because I knew that's what you needed.
I know, but the thing is like it still didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what the situation is, I definitely get it. Yeah. But it's like I feel like I'm always there for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I need somebody, like where are y'all at for me? You know what I'm saying?
I know,
like if y'all know I needed that, why would you not do it no matter what it took. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd have did that for y'all.
I know. And believe me, sis, I know. I'm doing everything.
Cool,
everything I know.
The love is there. Like it doesn't change anything. Everybody got their own situation going on. So I never like get mad or hold any hard feelings towards any of y'all because I understand. But it's just like, it's still a thought. It's still a thought. That
like happens, you do not understand. Like when I say like you're my sister, like I always think like. Oh, Robin, I know I send you annoying text messages like, you're missing sister time. You're missing sister time. But I do that because it's like, I really want you here. Like, I hate the fact that, we've never lived in the same state.
I know. That might be for the good, because can one state handle both of us? I don't think they ready. Thank you, boo. Because like, why you
judging? Did you go? Hold on. So nobody went to get tissue. I went to get tissue. That's all they had.
You could have at least made it look sexy or something.
It's the long
Y'all
stretch.
See this? Y'all see this?
Here with a balled up.
You know what? Nobody else is getting tissue.
No, I love you. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I'm gonna just take a little second over here and get it together.
Yeah, no, but I just want you to know, I'm doing everything I can because I want all of us in the same state.
Yes,
I want us all close.
Pull it together.
Close by.
We got that family compound. Pound.
Compound. Everybody, I live in left corner plot A. What?
I'm in the basement.
Of whose house?
Yours.
No.
Not the basement. Come on now.
You're not living in
People
the basement.
Upstairs.
It's very much giving. It's very much giving. No, okay, so back to the therapy thing, because one thing about me, and I'm not afraid to admit it, but I'm such a scary person. And I don't know. I think it's because
she don't like being in the dark.
Why are you talking about this?
She don't like being in the dark.
What? You see that? She been spilling all my business.
She don't like being in the dark, y'all.
No, I'm a real...
All my lights be on. I be pissed.
I'm a grown-ass child, for real. Like,
you mildish.
At heart.
Mature
I'm a baby.
And childish.
Mildish. I'm scared of the dark.
What?
That's what it is.
I don't want to live alone. I'm still working on that. God is helping me with that.
That's good. You're growing again.
As long as I can lock the door, you can live in my basement. As long as I can lock the door from upstairs, you can't come upstairs. That's fine.
I don't want to.
So is she gonna have it? Is she gonna be able to get out?
Yeah, of course. She'll have an entryway, but she can't come upstairs.
Wow.
I'm okay with that.
Wow. She's still alone then, technically.
No, I'm okay with that. I know my family upstairs. That's fine.
Wow.
I feel better. My spirit is at peace.
When she's ready to mingle, she'll come upstairs. She'll have to knock on the door because the door will be locked.
I'll just ring the doorbell. Hey sis, I'm ready. Ding dong. Let me in.
I literally sent her an Instagram the other day of a duplex where the house, it was 5
we need to
houses in one, and I was like, sis, would you live here? She was like, when are we buying it?
Absolutely.
When are we doing it? I want to do this
tomorrow.
And I was like, girl, this is a joke.
Yeah, because they already know whatever land they live on, I'm going to live right there. Okay, I'm not going far.
Yeah, we're going to build her a tiny house in the back.
I don't even need that. Just give me a cot.
Oh my God.
Just give me a cot. Look, I'm fine.
Not the cot. Oh God. Anywho, okay. So I wanted to talk about, my, I guess my mental when I went through. So I do have anxiety, depression. I mean, my depression has gotten dark. And when I say dark, I mean, yes, there were times where suicidal thoughts did present themselves. Yes. I mean, I've even, I don't want to say I've actually
attempted.
I don't want to say that, but I mean, it's gotten there. It's gotten there. And I think, suicide is a real thing in the Black community. I think it's not talked about enough. I think that young children don't know who they can go to, because think about it, right? All right, I'm thinking about ending my life. I'm thinking about, I no longer want to live here.
Unaliving myself. That's the thing. That's how you got to say it.
I'm sorry, unaliving myself. Yeah. I don't want to go through what I'm going through anymore. It's not worth it to me, right? Bad. And I want to just be done with it. I'm tired of feeling this way. I just, that's where their mental state is, right? And just imagine you having to tell, excuse me, you having to tell someone okay, this is what I'm thinking about. And then they're like, what? Oh my God, your life is this. And oh my God, your life is that. Why would you ever want to commit suicide? It's I'm not coming to you for that. I'm coming to you because I need help. Yeah. I need help. And this is why I'm coming to you. And then you're really not that, not
you're not
that
being helpful.
Exactly. So I think for me to get me out of what brought me out of that headspace was like my family, like me thinking like if my family came in this room and they found me hanging or they found me,
that's deep.
They found me this way or that way. You know, the amount of pain that would have brought to my family would have been destroyed.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, okay, I got to figure this out. I have to figure out what in the world is making me feel this way, and like, why am I feeling this way?
But you knew what it was.
And I was going to say,
yeah.
So
how did you identify it?
I was young.
Okay.
Like the first thoughts. I was really, really young. I didn't know. I had no clue why I was so depressed. I had no clue.
Yeah, you didn't even know what depression was, probably.
I couldn't even figure it out. I didn't understand. And then because I'm, Bible Belt and we don't do therapy, and I went to drugs.
Okay.
I went to drugs.
Can we specify?
Yeah, what type of drugs?
Marijuana.
Okay, yeah. Just
I went
say
to marijuana.
that.
I mean, but marijuana is a drug.
I know, but that could heroin,
no, I didn't.
cocaine, like
yeah. So my family, I come from a family of addicts. So doing the hard stuff was never a thought of mine.
Okay.
I seen how it turned my family out, and I didn't want that. So marijuana was my go-to.
Okay.
And boy, did I smoke.
Yeah, you did.
Boy, did I smoke.
Like a sailor.
But it was great because, I mean, think about it. It was a gateway for me, right? Like, smoking marijuana was just great because I didn't have to think about nothing. I was just like, oh, this is great. I could just be silly and have fun. And then when the high go down,
that's the thing.
Everything come back.
Everything was coming back. And I was like, oh, I need to smoke again.
It is a temporary high.
I need to come back again.
That's what it is.
So, like, I think going through that and then going through why am I smoking so much?
So it started to become a lot. Like,
it was
you was
bad.
Smoking consistently.
It was bad. Like,
you
to the point where I was like, yo, I hook you up with such and such if you give me such and such.
It was like bartering.
For weed.
That was deep.
No,
that's deep.
But I needed it. For my mental state, I needed it.
Needed it, yeah.
I thought I needed it, right, at that age, right? And then once I broke free out of it and I stopped, smoking, it was, oh, shoot. I gotta really help me now. I gotta figure out what Alexis Love likes and what I don't like and what's acceptable and what's not. So then what's the next thing? An addictive personality. What's the next thing? I started, hooking up with folks.
Okay.
So sex became sex became the next thing, right? So then it was after sex, and I realized like, oh my God, and sometimes it wasn't even good sex. It was just anything. It was just so I'm just like, oh my, what in the biscuit? Like, what is going on?
That's so cute.
What in the world is going on? Like, why?
Is it like a Bojangles biscuit or like
I don't even like Bojangles. I like Red Lobster biscuits.
The cheddar biscuits.
The cheddar biscuits.
All right. So what in the cheddar biscuits?
Yeah. So anyhow, like once I was like, okay, sex can't be it. Like, what is it that's making me like? And then after I stopped having sex, I went back into a depressive state. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to try weed again. And the cycle just
circle back.
So it was just like
you was trying to figure it out.
I was trying to figure it out. And then I had my first therapy session. And my first therapy session, I just was just rap. And she was like, at the end, she didn't even talk. At the end, she was like, how do you feel now? And I was like, amazing.
But you know what, Sissy, you hold
that's
stuff
why
in.
It's so good.
Yeah,
we talk about Robin, but you hold stuff in too.
Yeah, that's probably where
because remember I'll be like, sis, I feel like I'm always like telling you what's going on with me and like expressing why I'm sad and why this and why that. What's going on with you?
No. Let me say something. Hold on. No, because that's true. Because it's something that I noticed like about you and our big sister Nick. Y'all do not. These the main ones. They don't share nothing. Talk about their relationship. I never heard one thing from her or from Nick about their relationship, and that's a beautiful thing. I guess they learned the hard way. But it's like y'all got a lot of nerve. Hold on, what's going on with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like
you don't share, Sissy. Not to put you on the spot, but to put you on the spot.
Right? Let's talk about it.
I don't know. I don't know why we don't.
Is this
I get
part of trauma?
No, my mom doesn't share.
Okay, part of trauma.
Oh,
it's the cycle. The cycle.
Yeah, mommy doesn't share.
The cycle.
Since when?
Mommy doesn't. Not maybe with y'all.
Oh,
but
that's
with
true.
me,
that's true.
Mommy don't share with me.
I could see that.
Or maybe because I'll be asking 50,000 questions.
Maybe, yeah. Mommy don't
Which
share
is
with me.
surprising because that's
Mommy shares with me now. with me now.
She shares.
She
Okay,
now,
she does share now. Okay,
but like no,
Yeah,
that wasn't even a thing. And then my dad don't share. Like,
see,
I'm gonna get my business out.
What we talked about.
But my dad was sick at a point in time. I had no clue.
idea.
I had no clue till his girlfriend called me, and I was like, "Why is she calling me?" I mean, I loved this girlfriend at the time, but it was like, "Why is she calling me?" Yeah. And then she told me what happened. I was pissed.
Cause like, how?
Why didn't you tell me?
And then his response was, "I just didn't want you to worry."
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You see circle in the back. No, but you see circle in the back.
But don't do that.
But that's what I'm saying.
But you know why.
I understand.
Don't do that. Okay.
I understand, but I'm saying.
Why didn't I get told?
I'm just proving a point.
Get told
right?
what, Sissy? What? Get told
I'm
what?
just saying.
Remember, I got told like a year later.
Well, yeah, Sissy, because you
I'm
were
just
going.
saying, circle in the moment
Okay,
back.
so hold on. So I didn't tell you certain things because you was going through stuff, and I just I didn't think it was fair.
Okay.
I didn't think it was fair.
That's valid. That's valid.
You had a lot going on, and then I'm on top of that. I'm adding A, B, and C. Now you worried about me. I didn't want to do that to you. Okay. So I mean, yes,
you can't be mad at that. That's valid.
Yeah.
I don't share a lot. I don't at all, and that's because I be so worried about y'all.
And maybe that's something that, like, okay, is that what we're doing now as adults? Like, are we not doing that? Are we not going to therapy because we don't want to share? Are we holding it in and locking it?
I'm going to therapy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that could be a thing.
Okay.
No, that honestly
I think
could
it
be
is.
a thing.
I think it
Do
is.
you still go to therapy?
No, not at all.
Let me tell y'all. Although I love
this
therapy.
This is my therapy, unfortunately.
Don't say that.
Don't. We just talked about dad going drinking, and you talking about
no. I did have a bad experience with therapy. That's why I was asking y'all earlier. Like, what is some stigmas against therapy?
What you mean?
Like, well, because like I feel like a lot of people don't want to go to therapy probably because they feel like they're going to be judged. And with this therapist that I had for a short period of time while I was in Houston going through that stuff I had started, I just felt like she just wanted the tea. Like, she just wanted to be in my business. She wasn't really...
That's another thing that people say. You have to find the right therapist for you. Because everyone...
It's a process.
Yeah, I probably had, like, when I was going through my divorce, I probably went to, like, through 3 different therapists.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah, but imagine... I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I cut you off, so keep on.
No, but imagine the people who went to one and was one and done. You know what I'm saying? Didn't keep continuing to, like, interview people or whatever.
But see, that's why this has to be a conversation, right?
And that's why...
Like, if you're not willing to talk like, oh, yeah, I think I should try out therapy, how would you know that? Sometimes it's trial and error with therapists, right?
It always is, I think, because you have to find the person that fit with you. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's going to work for you.
Definitely.
So you got to find that right therapist. Honestly, just like you need to find that right man. So,
well, how did we get back
I'm
here?
just saying. You got to find that right fit. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, the right dick can bring you out of a depression.
No, it cannot. It's again a drug. It's a temporary fix.
Ooh,
that's
say that again. Say
temporary fix. That's all it is.
But not all the time.
What do you need? God. When do you need him? Now.
G-O-D. Absolutely. So, yeah. But I love y'all. I'm so proud of all of us.
I love you.
I'm just proud of the phase that we are in our life and the journey that we've
growth,
been through.
Though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm so proud of us.
And I think this was the right time in our life to do this podcast because we want to...
It would have been wild.
It would have been wild.
It would have been crazy.
Well, it would have been wild.
Crazier than this would be saying.
Sometimes I don't be saying. Y'all act like I say the wildest things.
You do, but I think it works because there are other Alexis Loves out there.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, all the Alexis Loves.
If you Alexis Love, go ahead and like
put a heart. No, just put a heart.
Yes.
Put a heart emoji.
I like how the kids do it now.
Like this.
How the kids do it?
Oh yeah, they do got that emoji.
That ain't what they
no. I don't think it's like this. It's like some weird.
Well, I'm not a kid, so I don't know.
I didn't see that one.
I'm not a kid. Kid is a goat.
Anywho, I guess so.
Yeah.
But no, I think that now in this, as Robin keeps saying, our big age. I think that this is. I think this is good. I think this is like really, really good.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yes,
I'm a firm believer of that.
There's a reason in the season.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And everything happens on God's timing.
Yeah.
Not when we want it, but on God's.
Listen. God's timing. Thank you. Shout out to the Lord.
So, quick question. quick question before we kind of wrap this up here. If someone like our nieces, Buggy Snacks, if we start to see they're going through kind of what we went through, what advice are we giving them? Because they can't afford therapy.
First of all,
they can't afford therapy.
They can't afford therapy, but your parents can.
But I'm just saying, if for the listeners out there that actually can't afford it, right, and they could just listen to a podcast like this, to try to get that mental clarity. What information can we tell them? What can we give them as far as advice?
Sorry, you go ahead.
I'm constantly. First, I think it starts with you, right,
Absolutely.
as the parent.
Absolutely.
So I'm constantly asking my daughter and my sons, even though they're older, I'm constantly asking them, hey, are you okay? Just checking in. How are you doing? And my daughter, she doesn't really share a lot. She's very quiet. But I'm constantly asking her, how are you feeling today? Like, if something happens at school, if someone's bullying you or someone's not treating you right, would you tell me? Like, I'm having these conversations with her to let her know my door is always open.
I love
right?
that.
So it doesn't matter. Like, I'm always just letting her know I'm here for you. You can talk to me first because I don't want you to get the wrong information from someone else out there. So I'm constantly asking her, if you feel like your child won't talk to you, because sometimes they won't, find a close relative or someone that you trust, that will give them the right information and not lead them astray, that they can talk to. Call my sister. Hey, call your niece. Just talk to her. See where her head is. Right, if she won't talk to me.
I agree. 100%.
Just something like that. If you can't afford therapy, that's what I would say. Spend the time with your child. Right, maybe take them away. Y'all go on a little vacation. A mommy daughter day.
That's
son.
So cute.
Like that time. Just spend time with them, and sometimes things will come out as you're spending time with them.
That's true.
Because I definitely think kids go through a phase of like where they're kind of not rebelling, but like they don't have that close relationship with their parent because they kind of like it's just like awkward and it's uncomfortable. What was it?
Did you hear the table?
Oh no! I was about to say. I thought you was trying to take a shot. Like
no.
But I think I definitely agree with what you said because I think it's important. Like kids don't want to talk to their parents, so to find somebody else close that they do feel comfortable talking to is very important.
Yeah.
You can even do options of like finding them a mentor, like a big sister, a big
that's
brother
true. Those type of programs.
And use your resources. Whether it's listening to like motivational podcasts with them in the mornings on the way to school, stuff like that. Just anything that's going to bring them peace and bring them comfort. Really,
we pray on our way to school every morning.
I love that.
That's
I love
so
that.
cute.
We used to do affirmations, and when she was younger, we used to do those on our way to school. Now I feel like she need prayer. She getting up there in middle school and all that.
She that age.
So we pray every morning
you.
on our way to school.
Baby,
I know. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Know. That is, I know.
She be like, I'm like, first of all,
they grow so fast.
Y'all, let me tell you something.
It's crazy.
I will tell you about this one story about Buggy
I
Snacks.
know what she's getting ready to say.
My baby was growing up. She was in the high chair.
Not the high chair.
Yes.
Because she a whole adult now.
Because this is the story she
Listen. And I came in and royalty was like, oh, Buggy Snacks in there eating. I was like, oh, I can feed her.
She had to be like 6 months.
She had to be like, and I went in there and I was like, you ready to eat? And she eating them little
puffs.
They was puffs. And I wanted to feed her. Oh my God. She got so mad at me that I wanted to feed her. She like had a tantrum.
Ooh. She wasn't having it. She wanted to feed herself. She a big girl. She didn't want you to touch her stuff.
I literally
she really cried.
I came in the living room was like feeding herself.
I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
I was sad.
It's so crazy how fast they grow.
Yes, I was pissed.
And then I just be like, how do they be knowing to say certain stuff? Like, where did you get that from? You're a child. Like, where? What?
Like, Nanai? Yeah. Nana said the wildest thing.
Wow. She told me, like, hold on. She said we was not baddies if we don't have lip gloss on 24/7. 24/7.
I said that
not all day. Not all day, but 24/7. Mind you, she's like 7.
Yeah,
okay,
like,
my little baby. Okay,
like the littlest baby of the whole family.
From?
Yes, like what?
They crack me up.
They're both of them.
I love it.
Both of them. I also think too, if you don't have like a parent that you can go to, you don't have like really good friends that journal.
Yes, that's most important.
Write it down. Like, be
one with yourself.
Write it down,
if you have to.
and then put up what you write and look at it and read it. Put it. What helped me was I put it in my mirror.
Yes,
and I would read it to myself, and I was like, "This is not me. I'm not. I'm not sad. Yeah. I'm not depressed anymore. I don't want to be this. This is.
I feel safe.
Yeah, like I have to change this. Why am I feeling like this?" You know, if you can't afford a therapist, there are other things you can do. Go for a walk.
Yeah.
Breathing exercises. Let me tell you, sometimes breathing oxygen can change a lot.
No, for like real. Working out is definitely a good stress reliever.
It's a great stress reliever.
I used to like to put like affirmations and stuff like that, or just Bible verses on the mirror, like with like a dry erase marker. So that was something that I enjoyed to do. Okay. So it made, because like every time I would walk in, it's like, okay, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
As soon as you wake up in the morning, go brush your teeth. That's the first thing you see.
Yeah, exactly.
And it matters the stuff that we get into our mind. Like
that's
as soon
important.
as we wake up,
no,
right?
that's important.
You waking up and you scrolling on
Don't
social
do
media
that,
right away. You seeing all this negative.
And I'm bad at that because I used to do that. I had to stop.
Yeah, I was like that too. Grab my phone. Now I'm like, nope.
Didn't even talk to God.
All right, God, what we doing?
Didn't even talk to God.
Hey God, what we doing?
Yeah, thank you for waking me up this morning, God.
Meditation is extremely important.
Absolutely.
And Royalty, you said it. No, I think it was episode 2 where you were basically like, it's hard for me to meditate because my mind be going.
Oh yeah.
You have to keep doing it. You have to keep.
It takes time.
It takes time. It don't happen just overnight. It definitely doesn't happen overnight. You have to keep doing it.
Gotta be in like a quiet space.
Exactly.
Make a space for yourself that is just for you. A little prayer corner or something like that. I love those type of things. In my place, I have an extra room, and I just made it all about like my goals and visions and all that stuff. So
I like that.
But you know, this episode was a little heavy.
Everybody has a card. I wanted a card, so I grabbed one.
I wanted to feel.
Yeah, everybody had a card in their hand.
This episode was just a little bit deep and heavy. But I want us to kind of end it on a lighter note.
Okay.
So first of all, everybody, right now, take a deep breath.
Okay.
How'd that feel?
I needed that.
Did that feel good?
I do.
Did that feel good?
I feel renewed.
That felt good.
I feel refreshed.
That felt good.
Thank you, sir.
That felt real good. But I
love y'all.
Think you tell me you had some questions.
Oh yeah, I want to
got?
do something light and fun after that heaviness.
Okay,
you know, maybe.
Oh, I'm a little. Let me sit.
Yeah, what you got? Because I'm a little nervous.
So this is called This or That.
Okay.
Right?
I like a this or that.
This or that. So I'm gonna give you guys 2 choices.
Okay.
And you're gonna tell me which one you choose.
Okay.
Don't say, I don't know. You have to pick one of them, okay?
You gotta pick one.
You ready?
Okay.
I'm really bad at making decisions.
I'm
working on
What
it.
did I just tell you?
Okay,
You have
I'm
to
gonna
pick
do
one.
it. I'm gonna do it.
All right.
Rapid fire. All right, ready?
What? Oh, I was like, what?
Oh.
I want that.
Sunrises or sunsets?
Sunsets.
Ooh, I think I have to say sunsets too.
Sunsets?
They're so beautiful. But either way,
That's just sad. You can't say that.
I'm bad at decisions.
You have to stick to one, all right?
Because I'm not waking up early.
Okay.
Ready?
I like my
No,
sleep.
dogs
That's
or
a fact.
cats?
Ew,
Dogs.
neither.
No, she's
No,
literally not.
I'm not
like,
doing
what
that.
did I say you couldn't do? She's
I am
literally doing what I
vegetarian
said.
and I don't like animals.
You're not eating them.
I don't want it. I don't want it, period. Ew.
I'm a vegetarian. I'm a vegetarian.
I am
It's
Robin
crazy.
and I am a vegetarian.
She is Robin and she don't listen to instructions. Okay? Because I told her not to do
They
that.
went in
you
one ear
have to
out
pick
the
one,
other.
a dog or a
I don't
cat.
like animals.
That's fine. You don't like them, but which one? If you did, you have to take
Maybe
one.
if it was a tiny Yorkie that could fit in my hand.
Okay.
I'll
right,
take
dog.
that. I'll take
She
that.
said dog.
But
All
that's
right.
it.
All right. Reese Cup or Kit Kats?
Definitely
Reese cups.
Reese's.
Okay, good job. Long walks in the park or a picnic on the beach?
Ooh, picnic on the beach for sure. Me, yes, because I love me a beach for sure.
Yeah, I have to say that because the
That's
long
sexy.
walk in the park, that means it's a bug somewhere.
Yeah, that mean I'm gonna be hot.
Yes, hot.
Wait, so what you going with
sweating.
the beach too?
I'm going to the beach.
Okay.
I'm going to the
Yeah,
beach.
Okay.
that's giving romantic. I'm very romantic.
On the sunset. Or the
That's
beach.
giving
no-
sexy.
Oh, okay,
okay,
Yes,
okay.
That's real sexy.
All right,
Can somebody take me on the
Hello?
Okay.
Wait. What?
Anyway,
Moving on.
along.
Moving
Okay,
on.
all right.
Moving on.
Movie date or dinner date?
Dinner for sure.
Wait, so
dinner for
I like
sure.
movie because you could be.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Movies? You could do freaky
You
stuff
know
in
they
the
got
movies.
cameras in there. They
I know.
watching.
That's
She
the
don't-
best part.
She nasty.
You must have never
need to
got
go to
caught by
therapy.
cops.
Never.
I have.
Why would I? You got caught?
Yes.
Oh,
Knocked on
you
the
ain't
door.
tell us this
Boom,
story.
boom, 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 boom. We'll
What?
save
You
that
ain't
for
tell us
another.
this story.
We'll save
Yeah,
that.
hold on.
I was
We
young.
asked earlier what
I
was the
was young.
craziest place you had sex. So hold on.
A car? It wasn't a car though. But the cop came and was like, boo, boo, boo,
You was
boo.
scared.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
What was it? Never mind.
No,
All right,
no,
we'll
it's too
talk
much.
about it.
It's too
We'll-
much.
all right,
It's too
all right,
much.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Orange juice or apple juice?
I'm allergic to apples, so I'm gonna go with orange.
When the
Even
fuck-
though they
when
both
was
trash.
you allergic to it?
I really don't like. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I tried to eat an apple at work, It was real bad.
Did you drink that apple?
I was like
double XL wine.
Nah, I didn't.
She
I bought it for you.
She's drinking.
I bought it for you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
What did we say? What was it? You said
I'm gonna
what?
say
She said
oranges.
Orange juice.
Wait, Pope or no Pope?
Juice.
No Pope. Ew. Pope is nasty.
Who drink orange juice with Pope?
People do.
Put it in the comments. Because you're nasty.
Okay.
They sell it, so it got to be
Which
out there.
orange juice do you
You're
prefer?
nasty.
Do you like Pope or no Pope? Put it in the comments.
Definitely
Let
no
us know.
Pope. I'm going with
Let
no
us
Pope.
know.
No Pope.
Yeah.
Let
If
us
you got
know.
Pope,
Is you a
I don't
hater?
like you.
I like Pope
just
though.
kidding.
But okay.
why? It's like, never mind. I know why.
No.
Little things floating in your. She like that.
But she like.
She like that. That's why
that
I
means
get it
she
now.
would like
I
Pope. She don't
I
like Pope.
get it. It makes sense now.
Oh my god. Okay.
Where we at?
I would say apple juice.
Apple juice. Okay. All right. So apple and orange. Okay.
If I had to say, I would say cranberry juice.
What? That wasn't an
What?
option.
Again, she does
That
not
was not
listen
an
to
option.
instructions. That is
Cranberry
not
juice
what I
be
said.
hitting, though.
All
Not
right.
an option.
Tupac or Biggie? And
don't
I
like
will
either of
preface
these
this.
comments.
I will preface this with: if you say the wrong thing, the podcast
gosh,
is
she is-
over.
she is-
okay. The podcast
Let
is
me
over.
tell y'all her Wi-Fi
I'm
password.
done. My contract is getting null and void.
Let me tell you her Wi-Fi password.
No,
first
don't
of all.
tell nobody my Wi-Fi password.
First of
That's
all,
fine. You're not coming
she
over my house.
is crazy.
It's fine.
She's crazy. Okay.
All right.
I don't like either.
You have to choose.
have to choose.
What don't you
Oh my
understand
God.
about
I
you have
don't
to
want to
choose?
pick people I don't like.
Oh my
right.
god. Pick one.
I'm gonna have to say, Pac.
Wow.
Yeah.
Podcast over.
I'm gonna have to say Biggie.
Thank
Of
you,
course.
sis.
No,
Of course
it's not.
you
Of
would.
course.
Of course
You don't
would.
gotta say nothing. You don't gotta say why. You're done. You're
Canceled.
done. It's
I'm out of here.
canceled.
I'm out of here.
She canceled. I don't even want to finish these questions.
Throw that question in the
All
trash.
right, missionary or doggy
Back
style?
shots. Back shots all day.
Man. Wait.
Back
missionary?
shots all day.
But missionary can be like
Missionary
sensual,
is-
right?
It's sexy, but
It's the kiss.
Yeah,
It's
yo,
the kiss.
yeah.
with
And the looking in
missionary.
the eye.
Girl, don't sweat on me
Not
though.
the
Don't sweat on me. Don't. I hate to sweat. I hate to sweat.
I hate
I had
that.
this.
Soon, have you ever
Like
had
in
to
your
sweat?
mouth?
I will throw up, bro. I will throw up.
You be like, my mouth
I'm
is
instantly
open.
done.
I'm
my
done.
mouth-
Get off of me.
Yo,
Get
watch
off of
out.
me.
It's just dry because I'm pissed.
Wait, what?
You gotta go. Wrap it up. Wrap this shit up. It gotta go.
Missionary is like when I'm real, like, and I done had like maybe a bottle of teleport. Missionary
Lord.
is fire, but
No.
just off the rip, off a GP,
I'm taking
Back
back
shots.
shots.
Okay, all right.
cause the way
All the
my
time.
the
Okay,
way,
all right.
Oh.
We don't
It's
have
the
to go
wave.
into
It's
these.
the wave. The wave be
And they be
jiggling.
like,
Okay.
The wave be jiggling.
Monica or Brandy?
Brandy.
Who? Where?
Brandy.
I want to know where these
Brandy.
this or that came from.
It
The
don't
90s?
matter.
It don't
Did it come from the
matter.
90s?
Brandy.
It don't matter.
Can we jump
Brandy.
into
Hands
2025?
down. If you
I got my own this or that. Hold on.
No. If
I
you
wanna
team
come up with
Brandy
something.
or if
I
you
ain't
team
even got
Monica,
We
I
love
ain't got
them
nothing.
both,
We
but
love them
if
both.
you had
Put
to,
it in
you
the
know.
comments.
I say Monica. I can't. Never mind.
What?
Monica.
You can't stand Brandy?
I
Is that what you
don't
get
like
ready to say?
Brandy. I never liked Brandy my entire
She's
life.
dumb.
Why you want to say my
She
word?
dumb.
though?
Dumb.
Why you want to say my
She's
word?
dumb. How
No.
dare you?
Trademark. I trademark
Brandy?
it. Run me my coins.
Cinderella?
I don't like her.
You're dumb.
Brandy and Ray J. Ew.
Okay,
What?
we never
We
said
said Ray
anything
J.
about Ray
But
J.
that's a connection to me.
No,
It's like,
no.
She's in her own lane.
definitely in her own
You
lane.
I'm
bugging.
gonna go with Monica. How y'all gonna hate on my decision?
Who?
You made me choose.
Okay,
I don't
you
want
right.
neither.
You right.
I don't want neither of them
You
for
right.
real, for real.
You right.
You right.
Monica's
If I'm
a
keeping
beast,
it-
though. I ain't gonna hold you.
If
when
I'm
she-
keeping it real.
And then what-
No, I like Monica.
So she come to the city right now. You gonna buy tickets to go see her? No, the fuck you not.
Who, Brandy?
Brandy?
You not gonna
I'm
go
going.
see?
Yes.
You
I'm
a
going.
liar, bro.
I'm
You
going.
was not about to buy no
What?
tickets to go see
Yes.
Brandy.
Did you see the Brandy
You're
and
gonna-
Monica versus?
Stop.
I was team
Stop.
Every song I was
So
up
Brandy,
like.
I'm about to look at her right now. She coming, and I swear to God, y'all better buy some tickets.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You a lie, yeah.
It gotta be other people with her
Come
though.
on,
No,
Nia.
no,
See,
it gotta
exactly.
be other
See?
people. I'm not really a concert person
See?
like that. But one person I will go to
It's
see
the fakeness.
every time is Mary J. Blige. I love me some Mary J.
Then why you couldn't ask that? Put the Mary.
How
in
you
it.
know that's not
Mary
here?
can't
Why you
sing.
couldn't put the Mary?
How you know that
These,
not
these
in
questions from the
Mary-
1990s. I
Mary
don't know.
can't
What
sing.
Well,
you talking
hello,
about, like,
you
God
telling
damn.
my age,
I'm
maybe?
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Do
Next time
can
I'm gonna
Mary
ask the
sing?
questions.
Can
Don't
Mary
do that.
sing?
Not too much on my auntie.
Mary, all Mary can
Okay,
do
how
is a
about this?
She my
Is we
auntie or
twerking
we
or
the same
two-stepping? Is weed like? I'm about to come up with some new age. Some new age questions because I don't like it.
You don't even twerk, so why we asking that?
I ain't got no ass.
I don't twerk
It
either.
ain't nothing back there.
I don't twerk.
Oh my God! Can I tell a story about you twerking?
What story about me twerking? I don't twerk.
Royalty, you was twerking?
You do twerk.
I don't.
I
can't.
missed the twerk.
It was terrible.
Let me see.
It was
That's why I
terrible.
can't.
It was hilarious.
twerk.
But she can move a little bit. She just
It was
got
jiggling
practice.
a little bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
she got a little.
So
she got a
the
nice
white girl
jiggle.
twerk. Okay.
No, don't compare me to no. Don't do that.
No, Royalty got a nice little twerk. She just got perfected.
Okay,
It's one of them
okay.
I feel like at my big age, I don't need to be twerking. That's what I feel like.
I feel you on that.
Like
no,
I'd rather battle somebody on the dance floor.
Not
like
not the pop locking. Cut it. Bye. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Love you.
We love you. Bye. Cause what? No, man.
Okay, go ahead. What's the next
over
one?
here pop locking and dropping it. Come on, it.
Drop it. It's crazy.
Oh, no,
crazy.
No. All right.
This girl crazy.
This is the last one.
What you got?
Boom, 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 boom.
Mary J. Blige or who?
No, this is food related.
Okay.
I know you're. I know you are.
Who remembers Foodist from episode 1?
Are we a Foodist or a Flutist?
If you remember
Which one
Foodist
is
from
it?
episode 1, click the subscribe button. You need to be subscribing. Okay,
Throw
go ahead.
a slice of pizza in the comments.
Oh my God.
or an instrument. Which one? Because we don't know.
We going with mac and cheese.
Okay.
It already won.
Oh, it
already won.
Wait, no, I need to hear.
It already won. That's number one.
Mac and cheese or sweet potato.
Girl, mac and cheese. But the combination though is crazy.
You gotta choose one.
When
Which
you
one?
eat them
When
both
the combo,
together,
wrap it up in the egg roll
my God.
and fry
An
it.
egg roll.
Girl, that's
I
that's
ain't never
next
had
level.
that.
I have had mac
That's
and cheese
next
in
level,
the egg
girl.
roll.
And an egg roll.
I probably
With the
had it in
yams?
Houston.
What
actually.
big bag activity y'all be?
Texas.
That's what I'm saying. I
Texas.
probably had it when I came to Houston.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't never heard it. That sounds crazy.
It's delicious. Okay,
Sweet
but I'm gonna
potato
go with
and the
mac.
mac
I'm gonna
and
go with the
cheese and
mac
the egg
because the
roll
mac I can eat by myself.
It's crazy.
Yams by yourself is like you missing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yams by yourself, you kind of want to
It's
crunch.
crazy,
You
yeah.
want to crunch with it. You
So
like,
y'all say y'all gonna go with mac and cheese?
I'm gonna go with mac.
and
I'm gonna go with the mac.
cheese.
Mac and cheese.
My grandmama
Yeah,
mac
I'ma go
and
with the mac.
cheese. My grandmama mac and cheese.
No, but
grandmama made me that shit.
Popeyes mac and cheese
grandmama
kind of
did that shit.
slap.
You dumb.
It's kind of
You
slap.
said
Popeyes, she dumb.
No, I'm
She dumb.
I'm telling
On
you,
that
like,
note,
it's
all right, y'all.
kind of slap.
No, it's not. It's not at all. So listen, if you guys have watched all of our episodes at this point, y'all understand that there's a competition going on
Yes, girl.
right
I need
now.
y'all help,
Listen,
please.
so Robin wants a stage name, and we want to give her a stage name,
do.
but we need
Because we tired of
y'all's
seeing
help.
Robin.
Okay, we need your help. So we are doing a competition right now. If you think you have a good name for Robin, put it in the comments right now.
let's
We
see
are
what y'all
going
got.
to pick 3 people.
Top 3.
The top 3 names, and we are going to put them in a toll. We're going to vote for them. If you win this competition,
We're gonna put them in a poll.
we're gonna do something. We gotta figure out something how we're gonna select them. But if you win, you will win some free stuff. So episode 2, we announced what one of the items was. Episode 3, we announced what one of the items was. And then
We
this
might have
episode.
to add to it. We might have to add something too.
Oh yeah. I'm ready.
Episode 4.
So
Okay.
if you get the winning name with the items that we said in episode 2, items that we said in episode 3.
Okay.
If you want to know what those items are, go watch
Run it back.
episode. Go watch
Run it
episode
back.
2 and 3. So that way you know what you're getting.
Run it back like the back.
You will get a $25 Visa gift card from us. So you'll get the items that we talked about in episode 2 and episode 3.
Higher Ground Daily Affirmations.
No, don't tell them.
Oh,
we
they
want them
gotta
to go
back.
watch it.
Psych, just kidding.
Okay.
Run it back, guys. Run it back.
So you will in this episode we're announcing it, but in this one you will win $25 gift card. And then remember, whoever we choose gets everything. Everything that we're naming, you get everything. We are tired of holding this stuff. We want to get rid of it. So we need good names. We need good names. Because look at Robin. Like her name is Robin.
Robin.
We
First
need
of all,
to
I
do
give very much Robin.
It's
I give
Alexis
very
Love,
much, like,
Royalty, and Robin.
We're sick of it. We're sick of it.
Not y'all sick of it.
At this
But
point,
it's giving, you know.
it's giving
It's
you
giving
the
we're
name.
sick of it.
It's giving
This one is
kills.
giving you the name.
No alter ego. Like
Okay.
it's giving. I'm stepping into Robin. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Okay, we're
Roxy
not.
Robin.
We're over it. Okay.
Roxy
Anywho,
Robin.
we want to hear the
I like
names.
Roxy Robin.
No, because then No, give the people. Let the people decide because the names you come up with is terrible.
Listen.
So we want to hear what you guys say. So write it on our Insta, write it on our YouTube channel, write it on our TikTok. Let us know what names you all think is a good name for Robin. All right. So we want to end it on that note. We really appreciate you guys watching. Did you hit the like button? Did you subscribe?
Did you?
I didn't hear the ring. I didn't hear the bell. I didn't hear the bell. Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Have a wonderful rest of y'all day, and we will see y'all on the next one.
Bye.
Be blessed. Make good decisions.
Period. Get out of here.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy. Yes.